this year's exhibition is building on the experience which we have accumulated over the years, as Mr. Bano has mentioned. Actually starting with our first diaspora conference in the year 2006, which we organized here in London. We were the first to organize that conference, opened by the then Minister for Finance, Honorable Muchemi. And it was emulated all over, in Europe and in America, and it has continued to grow. We feel that that initiative that was taken has borne fruit, and we can hope that even as we project ourselves in the future, it will continue to be useful in advancing the cause of the property sector. This year's event, I know, is going to focus on property exhibition only, but I believe that the events in future we may want to be a little bit wider in our perspectives, and that we can have more of investment conferences than just property exhibition. Of course, property exhibition is important. People want to see. They want to see the kind of house that I want to buy, or the kind of products that are being offered by the developers. But I think we also need to have investment conferences so that we can get to meet more people, get to talk more about other opportunities that exist besides housing, because we're talking of a big economy. And housing is, of course, an important part of our economy. Remittances, I see Sam Muchemi has got the latest figures. I don't know where I got them from. 1.3 billion Kenyan shillings. No, 1.3 billion dollars, which have been remitted by you people, among many others. It is reckoned that probably there are 100,000 Kenyans in diaspora here, 3,000 of whom are students who come to this land for studies. The remittances are channeled through many investments, creating jobs for ordinary Kenyans, as well as creating wealth for those Kenyans who are saving money and investing in Kenya. These remittances have also enabled social support. And that social support helps less fortunate Kenyans as it contributes to the poverty reduction. The real estate sector has been a major beneficiary in these remittances. But of course, there are linkages. It's not just building a house that's important. There are linkages in terms of you're producing the materials for building those houses, and financial services are also tied onto it, stock exchange, social support, as I've said, and so on. And because of this reason, our government, the Kenyan government, attaches a lot of importance to the diaspora in terms of tapping these managerial and technical skills. And I must say, at this stage, recently I was involved in going around the United Kingdom to see our students and other Kenyans. And one of the joys that I really got was to see how Kenyans are acquiring skills and how keen they are to impart the skills when they go back to Kenya. May have suffered a bit, but I think as the economies in the Western countries recover, I have no doubt that we'll see resurgence of the remittances, and therefore more support for our economy. State opportunities, but also to educate potential investors about areas of investment and highlight finer points of requirements in proper investment. And I think the managing director just mentioned that information is power. So I think now you have opportunities in diaspora to obtain as much information as we can, which is coming from the groups, the housing people coming from Nairobi. I remember the first exhibition, Muchemi, we talked about the gap in housing. And I know someone saying has talked about the problems of costs. But you know, so long as demand is there, it will be very, very difficult to reduce the costs. And the demand is always outstripping supply. And once demand outstrips supply, obviously the costs go up. So I think it's a challenge to the ministry, also a challenge to diaspora, that also invest more so that you increase the housing units that are available. And I'm told it's not only in housing, but also even in the hotel industry. We are projecting even more and more tourists coming to Kenya. And that will obviously mean more housing. The hotel demand will rise for hotel beds and obviously housing needs. But my joy is that I think we have created, and I'm sure the minister would like to mention that, the necessary investment climate for investments in Kenya. In conclusion, really, I would just urge you to continue investing and use the great opportunity now given by the Expo to invest not only in Kenya, but also now in the wider East African region. We have held a couple of investment conferences, a third one in Rwanda. And the market is expanding, bigger. We have now 5 members of the community, the joining of Rwanda and Burundi. And therefore, I think the opportunities are increasing and we should exploit them. I'd like to encourage most of you to make most use of the available expertise. And I trust that tomorrow's exhibition and the one-on-one meetings that we're going to have will provide you the knowledge and confidence to invest not only in Kenya, but I said, in this particular sector, but also in other sectors. Finally, I think it is important to appreciate and note the spirit of enterprise that I think you Kenyans have carried with you, even in these distant lands. Of course, these places are no longer distant because of the coming of internet, but still there are, you can still call it distant lands, far away from home. And I believe that what we have in the exhibition from the exhibition 2007 will continue to be a good guiding light into further activities. I'd also like to maybe to note that in between exhibitions, we also hold investment conferences. So let us not just think of the year ahead, but think also of possible investment opportunities. Mr. Minister, you have steered this kind of conference with much enthusiasm, and we want to express our thanks for your great efforts. Your commitment to provide more housing to Kenyans is indeed very well known, very well documented. And we have no doubt that this resonates well with many Kenyans. Once again, and therefore I wish you a good exhibition, successful one. And once again, welcome to London, and let us really aim to reap full fruits from this expo. May God bless you. Thank you very much.